All righty. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all are having a wonderful week. Hope everything is going well this week for you. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all are having a wonderful week. Hope everything is going well this week for you. Hello. Happy. We're not. Welcome to real-time bloopers. When you try to stream live on LinkedIn on LinkedIn and YouTube, but then you add Instagram and there's a new feature through Ecamm to do that. Did not see my echo coming through, and truth be told, like I can only hear myself once at a time, so an echo of me is not good. So let's talk about emotional contagion today, because sorry, I'm laughing at myself now. Reset. Here we go. So today I want to talk about emotional contagion because I experienced it this morning, and double checking all my technology now, I'm a little paranoid. But I had an experience this morning with my boys, and I was getting them ready for school. I was in a great mood, got up and got my workout in. Coffee was great, music's great, in a great mood. They weren't in the best of moods. I'll be totally honest. Like there are days I love my sons with all of my heart, and there are days where I'm like, not on their best behavior, not on their best manners, not on their best emotions. And so they came down kind of in a mood, in a frame of mind that, they just, I don't know, frankly, they just sucked. Like we all do that. We all get in these moods where we're just not our best selves. And so they're sitting there and they're bickering back and forth, and there's just this negative vibe that comes in. I start feeling myself change because of that. And I stopped and said, okay, look, here's what's going on. I am starting to feel a change in my mood because of the way you guys are acting. And I told them what emotional contagion is. And for those of you that don't know what emotional contagion is, it's that feeling that when you walk into a room or you're standing in a room and somebody walks up, what mood or what energy they bring will immediately have an impact on who they encounter. And I compare it to like if you had a glass of pure water and you dropped some kind of flavoring, or if you dropped just a small dose of food coloring, that water's not the same tone anymore. It's not the same flavor. It's not the same appearance, because that negative emotion or that positive emotion, because it could go either way, affects that water. It changes the dynamic of what that actually is. And so when we have emotional contagion in situations, whether it's meetings, networking, conversations, team, whatever, anytime you're around somebody else, there's the potential for emotional contagion. And so I explained to them, look, when you come into a conversation or when you're talking with people and you have this negative attitude and you're talking in a way that's very contentious and negative, it's going to affect other people. And there's always a better way that you can say something. That if you want to be contentious, you can always find a better way of saying it. And so we talked about this phenomenon and how I just basically said, like, look, I'm done being in a bad mood because you guys are in a bad mood. I'm going to be in a good mood whether you like it or not. If you want to be annoyed, go to another room. And so there's two lessons here. One, how do we give emotional contagion? What emotional contagion are we bringing to the conversation or to the group, to the meeting, to the presentation, to the networking conversation, whatever that winds up being. And it can also be personal as well. But if you're going into your meetings with a negative attitude, if you're going in stressed out, if you're going in not your best self, you're going to, that sentiment and that emotion is going to convey to everyone at some depth. Now, some people are going to be very absorbent to your mood and absorbent to your emotion, and their dynamic is going to change. And it's really important that we understand that if we want the best out of our teams, if we want the best out of a conversation with a client, if we want the best out of a networking conversation, if you go into it with a negative frame of mind, a stressed out frame of mind, an ulterior agenda frame of mind, or if you're going in on the attack, like it's really critical that you understand that you're rolling the dice on what emotion you're going to get back from somebody. If you're in a sales situation and you're going in stressed out because you got to hit your numbers and you're putting you're putting the foot on the gas pedal to get a deal closer, you're putting pressure on somebody, like that's going to cause them to be stressed out. And so it's really important that we understand what emotion we're bringing to a conversation. And this also translates into your content. So if you're posting a LinkedIn post and you're posting it with positivity and servitude and you're just doing something to give really good moves, like that's why I'm doing this series. just to help spread motivation, help change your mind about something in the middle of the day so that the rest of your day doesn't go down the rabbit hole of negativity. So that being said, be very mindful of what you're doing and what energy you're bringing, because your conversations, your social media posts, your intent on business deals is all going to be affected by the emotion that you bring to the conversation. The other side of that is when you are absorbing the emotional contagion of others. And this is really critical when we think about setting boundaries, because we have these meetings. We have meetings or networking conversations where that person walks in and maybe they're in a bad mood, or they're being negative, or they're being contentious with somebody else, or there's some sort of negative connotation to what's going on. It is up to you to decide how much you're going to take on that, because we all have boundaries. We all have our mental lawn that we don't or shouldn't let people walk all over. And so if case in point, this morning when my boys started sending me down the negative rabbit hole, I was like, nope, done. Put them at arm's length. We're not doing this anymore. Now, how I talk to my kids is going to be different than how I talk to a colleague or a client, and say, if somebody's coming at you with negative emotion, or if there's a meeting that's going on, you can either divert or ask some questions that distract from the negative emotion. So if somebody's going down the rabbit hole of something and it's negative, like, oh, by the way, can you tell me about that project that you were mentioning the other day? Give them something different. Or if you're in somebody's office, oh my gosh, tell me about this thing over here. I'm not to interrupt, but I'm curious here. Even that diversion allows that positivity to creep back in a little bit. But at the same time, like if you've got a team member who maybe seems stressed out in a meeting or seems at their best, not at their best, check in with them. Check in with them before a meeting, check in with them after a meeting, and just say, you good? Everything all right? And be observant. And one of the main things that we talk about with emotional intelligence is that social awareness piece. What's their tone? What's their body language? Look at all the different features of their face. If they're good, great. But if they look a little bit stressed out, if they look a little bit worried, check in with them. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's going on. Let's work through it real quick. Let's power through this. Let's get you to a really good frame of mind quickly. And at the same time, if somebody is consistently raining on your parade, if somebody's consistently being negative, set up a one-on-one with them. Like, hey, look, I get the feeling, and again, not you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. Just say, I get the feeling that there's something going on, and I just wanted to take some time to talk with you and figure out, is there something that's stressing you out? Is there something that's going on? I'm here to listen. And if I can help, I'll help. If you just need somebody to listen, I'll listen. In that instance, sometimes maybe people don't understand, if you're head deep, and I've been here too, if you're head deep in stress and anxiety, you're not thinking straight about how you're interacting with every single person. You're carrying that mental baggage with you into every conversation. So by bringing it to their attention, you may uncover the fact that they're not even aware of what they're doing. But then offering to either listen or help gives them the option of what they want to do. And then the final question is, okay, what are we doing moving forward? Because it's one thing to uncover the emotions. It's one thing to uncover the sentiment, but you need to make change, and you need to have some sort of an action plan behind it. So what are we doing next? What's the next step past this? We agree to disagree on this. What do you think next step should be? And have that conversation. Because when we do, we're putting up the fence around our mental lawn. I'm not letting that person walk all over it anymore. And we have an action plan where you can be on that side of my fence and I can be on this side of my fence, and we're good. We'll figure it out. But you're not going to walk all over my property, and you're sure not going to trash my house mentally and emotionally. So be aware of what emotion you're bringing into a conversation. Be very mindful of it. Sometimes you have to trick yourself into positive emotions. That's why I have walk-up playlists that you're more than welcome to peruse. I have immediate good mood playlists that you're more than welcome to follow and study. My Spotify link is on my website, which you can see here. Technology again. Go to the website, go to my Spotify, follow a playlist, mood, genre of your choice. And if you feel stressed out, if you're feeling anxious about a sales pitch, go listen to a song that puts you in a good mood or gives you confidence. And then you're going to carry in a different emotional contagion into that meeting. You're going to go in with confidence, like, I got you. Would you rather have somebody come in and say, I really hope this works? Or would you rather have somebody come in and say, yeah, I got this. I got you. I understand your needs. Let's talk through these things. Answer any questions you got. Totally on the same page here. I'd much rather talk to that second person. So being mindful of your emotion that you bring in. But then when other people bring you emotion, and again, whether it's overly positive or overly negative, make sure you understand where they're at. Ask the right questions, set aside time, be there to listen and or help. Because again, we need to be mindful of the people that are bringing their energy to us and how it affects us. And it's really important that you protect that energy all day long, because we need to be at our best at all times, or as much as we can be. And if we're not protecting our energy and not protecting our mood, we can't be that way. So emotional contagion is a powerful thing. And if you don't think it is, whatever the next meeting on your calendar is, I want you to take 3 minutes before you go into that meeting. I want you to go pick a song, go to my Spotify right now and find one if you need one, but think about your favorite song, something that puts you in a good mood. Go listen to that song. Go into that meeting after listening to that song. Your mood is going to be different. How people perceive you is going to be different. What energy and what things you get done are going to be different. But it is a positive impact that you can make on your day, any day, in a matter of minutes. So choose that route as opposed to letting stress, anxiety, all these things, bad moods dictate how you show up or how you let other people show up to you. So midday motivation, emotional contagion. I hope you all realize the power of it and take that power back, both when people bring it to you, but also how you deliver it to others. So any more information you need, now that I've got it figured out, richbracken.com, tons of videos, tons of content, amazing keynotes coming in 2024 to add on to the ones that I've already got. 2023 has been an amazing year. I thank you all, my clients, from the bottom of my heart, all my speakers bureaus, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your partnership. I appreciate your trust. 2024 is gonna be huge, y'all. And I'm bringing my positive emotional contagion into 2024 to light up as many rooms as possible. So thank you all. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take that 3 minutes to listen to your favorite song, go into your next meeting or your next event or whatever you're working on in a much better mood and watch the results. Take care. We'll see you next time.